This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. Today's news is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New service and repair. Call Gunny's 775-727-6800.
Welcome and thank you so much for joining us here on News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. It's Thursday, October 14th.
Well, District Attorney Chris Arabia gives us an update on a murder case making its way through our courts. Defendant Nicholas Von Alst appeared in court recently. For more, here's Matthew Davis.
Nicholas Von Alst was charged under the Nevada felony murder rule. This law states anytime certain felonies are committed that results in a death, that person may be charged with first-degree murder, even if they were not directly responsible for the death. Von Alst, along with Kyle Bickerstaff, have been accused of attempted robbery and pistol whipping an individual in June of 2020. During the attempted robbery, the victim was able to regain control of the firearm and then shot and killed Kyle Bickerstaff.
Mr. Von Alst has entered his plea, and he will be sentenced. I think it's in December. We had multiple cases with him, and basically he's going to plead to attempted armed robbery with a deadly weapon. That's a B felony with a penalty of 1 to 10 years in prison, and attempted assault with a deadly weapon, which is a C felony and is punishable by 1 to 5 years in prison. And what that means is that if Mr. Von Alst draws the maximum sentence possible, he would be looking at 6 to 15 years of incarceration time. And so given the uncertainties that are present sometimes in these sorts of cases, we think that's a solid outcome, and we get Mr. Von Alst out of the community for several years. Hopefully, that'll help him as well as he develops into an adult, and that's really what the thinking was.
When asked about what feedback the DA's office has received from the family of Kyle Bickerstaff, this is what the district attorney had to say.
I've spoken to Kyle Bickerstaff's family members, and I want to keep that private, and I don't want to comment on them other than to say that they've suffered an enormous loss, and we have done our best in difficult circumstances to try to get a decent outcome, but nothing we do is going to bring their son back to them, and I get that, and so they have my deepest sympathy, and we've done the best that we could for them.
And a pickup truck towing a utility trailer collides with another vehicle this morning here in Pahrump, and one witness says that truck tried to make a U-turn on Highway 372.
Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue were dispatched to a two-vehicle crash this morning on Highway 372 just west of the Pahrump Valley Boulevard roundabout. According to a person on scene, they told News 25 that the pickup truck that was carrying a trailer attempted to make a U-turn on Highway 372, and that's when the other vehicle attempted to pass in the other lane. The vehicles collided at that time and both sustained major damage. Nye County Sheriff's Office auxiliary units were dispatched to the scene to conduct traffic around the crash site. All occupants inside the vehicles declined to be transported by local medics to Desert View Hospital. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies are investigating the cause of this accident. Well, there has been confirmed 6 new deaths related to COVID-19 reported since last Monday, with all residents of Pahrump. There are 94 new COVID-19 positive cases here in Nye County since last week. That's 6 in Amargosa, 3 in Smoky Valley, 2 in Tonopah, and 1 each in Manhattan and Beatty, and the remainder here in Pahrump. The total is 4,225 confirmed COVID-19 positive test results since the first reported case last year. Nye County test positivity rate of 15.3% is the 6th highest in the state. The Tonopah Community Health Nurse hosts a walking COVID-19 vaccine clinic every Tuesday from noon until 4:30 at the office located at 1 Frankie Street. You can call 775-482-6659 for more information. No appointment is required, and they offer all 3 vaccines. The Prump COVID-19 and Flu Vaccine Clinic will be held every Wednesday from 8:30 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, closed from lunch from noon into 1 at the Health Nurse's office, located at 1981 East Calvada Boulevard at the Health and Human Services Building. They offer all 3 vaccines. You can call 775-751-7070 for an appointment. Amargosa Valley COVID and Flu Shot Clinic will be held on Monday, October 25th from 9:30 until 11 a.m. at the Community Center at 1640 East Farm Road, and Beatty COVID and Flu Shot Clinic will be held every Thursday, October 28th from 9:30 in the morning until 11 at their Community Center located at 100 Avenue A South, and they have all 3 vaccines. That graphic that you just saw there was a graphic actually reporting that we have 1 case here in the Nye County schools. We have uploaded that to our local Prump Facebook page, and you can find out more information about the school cases of COVID-19 by going to our KPVM Facebook page.
And in other area news, thanks to some cooler temperatures and recent moisture, there's less fire danger throughout Humboldt-Tiobe National Forest. So restrictions in the forest have been lifted. But as Brad Francis explains, it's still important to follow some general safety guidelines.
Even though public use fire restrictions are no longer in place in the forest, it's always a good idea to practice some common sense campfire safety tips. First, only adults should build and maintain campfires. Never leave a campfire unattended, and to extinguish it, always keep a pail of water or shovel close by. Use existing fire rings where it's safe to do so. Clear vegetation and debris down to bare soil within 10 feet around the campfire. Use wood no larger than the fire ring. Keep tents and other burnable materials away from the fire. And finally, be certain your campfire is completely out before you go to bed or leave the area. Pour water on the fire and douse the site thoroughly. Stir the campfire until there are no embers and the ashes are cold to the touch. Remember, if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. The Humboldt-Tiobe National Forest encompasses 6.3 million acres in Nevada and a small portion of eastern California, making it the largest national forest in the lower 48 states. For more information about the forest and the recreational opportunities it provides, visit the Forest Service website at fs.usda.gov.
And in specific fire news in our area, Pahrumph's burn moratorium will be lifted Monday, November 1st at 8 a.m. Residents are required to have a permit to burn. Permit information is located at Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue on Highway 160 at Station 1, and you can go to pahrump.nv.org for more information. And stay tuned, we'll be right back with much more local news.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest-reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, a reported dog attack at an apartment complex in Tonopah led to an arrest by the Nye County Sheriff's Office. Here's Matthew with more.
What started off as an initial call for service due to a reported dog attack at Desert Apartments in Tonopah escalated into something more. According to the police report, while deputies were en route to the apartment complex, dispatch operators were informed by the 911 caller that they were hit in the parking lot by an SUV while attempting to prevent the suspect, later identified as Corey Fortenberry of Tonopah, from leaving the scene by blocking the roadway before deputies arrived. The police report goes on to say the victim stated that immediately after they were struck by Fortenberry's vehicle, he rolled down his window and shouted at the victim that it was their fault that they were hit, and then Fortenberry drove away. Upon arrival to the scene, deputies took the official statement of the alleged victim and observed injuries that were consistent with being hit by a vehicle. Medics were called out to the apartment complex to check the victim's injuries. While sheriff's deputies were conducting their investigation, they discovered tire tracks that aligned with the victim's statement that Fortenberry drove his SUV up onto a sidewalk and into another portion of the parking lot in an attempt to get away from the victim, who was blocking the SUV from backing out of a parking space. Later that same day, Fortenberry turned himself in to the local sheriff's office substation, and during the interview with deputies, Fortenberry confirmed that his dog did indeed attack another dog at the apartment complex, and Fortenberry claims he fled the scene because he had a fear that his dog would be detained and euthanized. Fortenberry was taken into custody facing a charge of duty to stop at scene of crash involving personal injury.
And in your health news, maintaining a proper weight is important to your overall health. In today's Medical Minute from Spring Mountain Medical, nurse practitioner Marquita Arajo says uncontrolled weight can be very dangerous, but there are ways to manage it.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical, healthcare the way you've always imagined it.
Hi, I'm Marquita Arajo with Spring Mountain Medical, your hometown health and wellness provider. Today I'm going to talk about weight management. Weight control is a serious business. Maintaining a proper weight is critical to every aspect of your health. Uncontrolled body mass and weight can lead to stroke, heart attack, diabetes, cancer, and a range of other dangerous health conditions. Not to mention it can put you at risk for other serious illnesses like COVID-19. So take control by doing the following. Monitor the types of food and the quantities you consume. Establish an exercise regimen that is tolerable and approved by your healthcare provider. And get 8 hours of sleep per night. That is also recommended for adults. Most of the time, controlling our weight is best achieved with someone like me who can help. Schedule an appointment to see me today so we can get you back on track to maintain a healthy weight and a vibrant life. I'm Marquita Arajo, and this has been the Medical Minute brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical.
Well, the city of Henderson is ready to cut the ribbon on its newest outdoor fitness court, and it's the first of its kind. Brad Francis has the details.
The City of Henderson, in partnership with the National Fitness Campaign, will host a ribbon-cutting event this weekend to formally celebrate the opening of its newest fitness court, located at Cornerstone Park. The new fitness court is the first of its kind in the nation, as it features iconic Keith Haring artwork wrapped around the workout equipment. Haring was an American artist whose pop art emerged from the New York City graffiti subculture of the 1980s. Henderson is one of 10 cities across the country selected to curate an art-inspired workout center through the 2021 National Fitness Campaign, an organization that's helping cities, schools, and sponsors build the world's largest network of outdoor gyms. The new fitness court is designed to accommodate users at all fitness levels. You can even scan a QR code that, in conjunction with a mobile app, can recommend workout routines designed for the equipment. This is Henderson's second fitness court through the National Fitness Campaign. The first was installed in the Cadence community. The ribbon-cutting ceremony starts at 9 a.m. Saturday at Cornerstone Park, with fitness court demonstrations at 10 a.m.
Well, it's the Valentine's of fall, known as Sweetest Day, and it's this Saturday. And if you haven't gotten your significant other anything yet, don't stress. There are plenty of ways to show that you care without actually buying a present.
It's important to think outside the box. It doesn't have to be an actual physical gift. It can be some wonderful words of appreciation, or it can be a kind act.
Dr. Susan Albers is a psychologist for Cleveland Clinic. She says there are 5 ways people like to give and receive love. It's called your love language. They include quality time together, so giving that person your full attention. Then there's acts of service. Ideas include cleaning the house for them or making a special dinner. Another is words of affirmation. You could tell them how much they mean to you or even write a nice letter. And the last 2 are physical touch and receiving gifts.
Before you go shopping, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, what is my friend or significant other's love language? And if you don't know, think back to a time that you did something that really pleased them, or you gave them some sort of gift or did an action that they just lit up. This is going to help to give you a clue. Dr.
Albers says it's also good to know what your own love language is. Once you know, you can tell others to help them give the perfect gift.
All right. I don't know about Sweetest Day.
I don't know, but can it be a dog, a cat, a niece, nephew, anything? Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give you a cat.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll have more news right after this.
All right.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
All right, let's go to Doug Ferber right now with our Athlete of the Week and more of what's happening in sports.
Hello, sports fans. Everybody knows that the best offense in any sport is a good defense. That is exactly why the Pahrump Valley girls soccer team is ranked #1 in Nevada's 3A. Goalie Avery Moore has a little something to do with that. Minding the net, Moore has allowed 9 goals in 9 games with 5 shutouts, including Tuesday's 8-0 win over Durango at home. These statistics have earned this sophomore our KPVM TV Athlete of the Week award. Coach Julie Carrington very much believes that her entire team is responsible for their success, but also acknowledges the talented Moore.
So right now we are 7th in the state of Nevada, and we are 1st in the 3A league, and Avery is tied for 3rd for shutouts in all of Southern Nevada for goalkeepers. So we'll see if we can keep that run going for her.
Moore knows that her success so far this season can be attributed to those who surround her.
It's an honor that I'm able to be with this team, and they definitely helped me throughout this season, and they helped me on this field, and all of these shutouts is a team effort, and it's not just me who has earned that. It's a team thing.
Girls soccer isn't all about goals and wins. It's about playing together, supporting one another, and of course, teamwork. Teammate Courtney Van House explains how Moore's role on the team is more than just being the goalie.
Avery Moore to this team has been a really positive keeper, and she always keeps everyone up. Really good saves, and she has really far drop kicks. Her energy makes the whole team happy. If someone's sad, she brings them back up. And yeah.
The girls are playing at Equipo Academy right now, hoping to remain unbeaten in league. With Moore in the net and support from her teammates, the Lady Trojans have a winning recipe in their quest for a 3A championship. Congratulations to sophomore Avery Moore, our KPVM TV Athlete of the Week. The Lady Trojan golf team took the regionals at Boulder City this week, beating league rival Boulder City by 7 strokes to earn a berth in the state championships next Monday and Tuesday in Mesquite. I'll report on that next Tuesday. The PVHS girls volleyball team beat Clark High Tuesday 3-1. They scored an 11-6 overall record and 2-2 in league. The girls are at Pinecrest Academy Cadence today, looking to improve. The Trojan boys soccer team lost a close one to Boulder City yesterday, falling 2-1. The loss drops the boys to 2-4 in league and 4-5 overall. They host Equipo Academy tomorrow at 5 p.m. The Trojan football team plays at El Dorado in Las Vegas on Friday night. A win would give the Trojans a share of the league title. Coach Joe Clayton tells us his thoughts on Friday and the future.
If everything works out, we get the big win against El Dorado Friday. We're looking for a first-round bye and a second-round home playoff game November 5th against the winner of the number 2, number 3 seed.
Tonight's winner-take-all divisional playoff game between the LA Dodgers and San Francisco Giants should be a close one. Logan Webb, the Giant pitcher, shut down the potent Dodger offense in Game 1 last Friday. He'll be opposed by a bullpen game for the Dodgers, who will rely on a 20-game winner, Julio Urias, in the middle innings. Tonight's winner will take on the Atlanta Braves in a 7-game series for the right to play in the World Series. The Golden Knights travel to Los Angeles to play the Kings tonight, then return for a home game against the St. Louis Blues at T-Mobile next Wednesday night. If you have any athletes, inspirational stories, or ideas, drop me an email at dougf@kpvm25.tv. Now, back to the news desk.
And if you're in the market for a new computer, you might be asking, what's the best brand? But in today's Great Computer Deals quick tutorial with Josh Osborne, he explains it's not about the brand, it's all about the model.
Hi, it's Josh with Pahrumps' own Great Computer Deals. Let's get right into it. It's time for another quick tutorial. What brand of computer do I buy? It's not about the brand, it's about the model, guys. Just because there's a Dell or HP logo on a computer doesn't make it good. All brands have high-end and low-end models. For example, a brand new $300 laptop from a department store will be a great price, but it's gonna have low-end parts and a really short lifespan. A good used corporate grade model for say $500 will give you a great machine with high-end parts that will last 5 to 7 years easy. Spend say $1,200 on a brand new high-end unit, you're gonna get an awesome computer. At the end of the day, you get what you pay for. Why trust a technician when you can trust a friend? Great Computer Deals is located at 1190 East Highway 372. Call us at 775-990-8833.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Here's a live look outside the KPVM studios through our Learner and Row weather cam. It's a bit windy, yeah, but it's still a beautiful day. What else is on the horizon for our weekend forecast after this break?
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Lovely to be here on a Thursday. Checking out the weather. It looks like an oldie station, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Maybe some 80s. How about that? Up north, Fernley Fallon, you're upper 50s. Carson City, I'm going to put you in that group at 60. Why not? And all the way down to Beatty, looking like 71 degrees. Amargosa, 77. Vegas, you're up to 75. Dropping about 30 degrees at night, so it's a good sweater weather for y'all. Out in Death Valley, 86 degrees. And here in the crown jewel of Nye County, I'm talking about Pahrump, you know, with a capital P, 72 degrees. 75 just a little bit earlier. North-northwesterly winds to 12 miles per hour, and that's about as bad as it's going to get for the rest of the week. Sun rose this morning in all its glory and promise with the hope of a new day at 6:50, and that'll all extinguish tonight at 6:08 p.m. So it dives into the ocean, and all the flat earthers rejoice. There you go. Low tonight, 45 degrees, humidity at about 29%, giving us mostly clear skies, some wispy clouds. Should be a beautiful sunset. As we head on into the weekend, Friday, Saturday, looks like sunshine, and temperatures right sneaking up on 80 degrees, but not quite getting there. 13-mile-an-hour winds coming at us on Sunday, and that'll bring with it some cloud cover Sunday, Monday. Temperatures basically staying pretty nice in the mid-70s throughout the week, almost as much as 80 by the time we get to this time next week, and that'll feel pretty good. Nice little Indian summer for you on next Thursday. Let's look forward to it. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
There's breaking news now into the KPVM newsroom.
There is a water main break from the Nugget down to Saddle West that happened early this morning, and it's closed businesses. We'll let you know more about that on tomorrow night's newscast. Good night.
Good night.